Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well, and I wanted to give an update on lens neurofeedback and EMDR. I was going to start posting some videos on digestive health with the perspective, from the perspective of Ayurveda, and so I was going to do that last week, and I was going to start that, and I had my combined lens neurofeedback and EMDR session, and I was just so incredibly, it wasn't right away. It was like I got home and I really needed a nap, and so I took a nap. I went to hot yoga, and then I was really tired, and basically I feel like I needed to rest up all weekend, and it was like my brain felt exhausted from EMDR and lens, and I just knew, paying attention, tuning into my body, that I just needed a lot of rest. So I stayed off of social media quite a bit and all the apps, and I just really focused on letting my body heal, and that was good because my energy is come back a lot today. So today's Sunday, so I had lens neurofeedback on Friday, and it's just amazing because so I went through kind of feeling tired and also feeling just like I needed a lot of rest. Like I wasn't like exhausted, like, oh, I can't do anything, but I just felt kind of slow moving, and so I just listened to my body. I cooked all weekend, I went for walks, I did hot yoga, and strangely today I've been feeling this like really strange level of calm that I'm like, have I ever felt this calm before? And I'm like trying to think the last time I felt like this, and I cannot remember. So it's been nice because I have just felt very present with what I'm doing today and just present with my thoughts, and just feeling really good today. So it's weird because I'm not used to feeling this way, and my head just feels like there's so much space in it. Like room opened up in my head, and it's kind of a weird feeling, and I'm like, is this what people with like less traumatized brains feel like? Do they feel like this is how good they feel normally? So it's interesting. I'm going to ask my therapist in the next appointment coming up this week, and see what she says about my experience. So the lens together and the EMDR is definitely producing different results from when I was doing just EMDR back in late 2018. I had started EMDR, but then my therapist I had at the time, she moved away, and she left the province. So, and then I had spent pretty much all of last year like looking for another EMDR therapist, and they can be very difficult to find. And so I've had a lot more lens neurofeedback appointments, and I will go back in my next video and tell you how many appointments I've had for lens neurofeedback. For EMDR, I've had like 3 or I think I've had 4 maybe sessions, 3 or 4, and I'll let you know how many lens neurofeedback sessions I've had. I am getting close to the end of my course of lens neurofeedback, so we took a look at my brain map, and there's not that many suppressed sites left, and so what I was told right at the beginning was there will usually be sites at the end that are kind of sticky, and closer to the end of the course is when you find out, if you can do more, or maybe you don't use all the appointments because maybe those sites aren't going to get unsuppressed, but the sites are moving, like they're increasing, like the suppression is lifting. It's just not in the blue yet, which is completely unsuppressed. So I'm going to go for a few more lens sessions and with my EMDR and see if it keeps moving. If it keeps moving, if I keep seeing that I'm getting unsuppressed, even if it's like a little bit each appointment, I'm just going to keep going to see if I can get those sites unsuppressed. And so the sticky areas, obviously for me, are the areas more related to emotional regulation, and that makes sense for me given my trauma history, and also how I know I've had a difficult time regulating myself. Like, it takes me longer to emotionally regulate than, say, like the average person or someone who I know who's less traumatized than me. I always say people are less traumatized than me because I think most people have had some type of trauma event in their life, whether they realize it or not, because you know, sometimes they're not huge traumas like, you know, war or those kinds of things, or being, you know, held at gunpoint or something like that. There's a lot of other things that cause trauma. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm really impressed with the results of Lens Neurofeedback. When I first came to Lens, I was literally like, my brain and my nerves just felt fried. I didn't feel very resilient. I didn't feel like I had a lot of emotional resilience. And I was just having a really difficult time regulating myself, especially when the pandemic started. That just added to it, made it way worse. And as soon as things started to open up, I found the clinic that I go to and booked right away. So that's how I was able to get in. And I'm just really impressed because, like, I haven't felt this calm in such a long time and present. I don't know if I've ever felt this present before. I really just felt really present today. Like, I'm just paying attention to what's in front of me and what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about everything that's going to happen tomorrow. And I have a super busy day like tomorrow. I've started a new company with my boss, and we're trying to pull that together for September 1. And I have so many other deadlines and things going on work-wise. And, you know, my situation is still the same, where I'm still trying to really stick to physical distancing and not have too many people in my bubble. And so I do spend a lot of time on my own, and I'm not as affected by it as well. Like, my moods are more regular. I stay in kind of a better positive mood, more regular. And when I do, you know, one of the issues I deal with are ruminating thoughts as part of my anxiety. And it's been like less and less. Every single appointment I go to, those ruminating thoughts decrease. But after each combined, like each appointment, whether it's with EMDR or just Lens on its own, there is kind of a couple of days where my brain seems to be adjusting. So during those times, I might feel more anxiety. It might increase. It might, or I might like bounce between feeling anxiety and then feeling calm the next minute. But I usually find that doesn't last more than a couple of days, and then I feel really good afterwards. And so this is sort of the best I have felt during the course of my treatment. I had a really good day today. I was just by myself all day, just doing my thing, and I just felt very centered and really calm and just good about things. And I noticed that when I try to go into negative thoughts, it's like my mind just sort of stops me and I get out of it quickly. And when I think about something that's been distressing to me, my mind gets past it fairly quickly, where normally I would get stuck in that place for quite a long time. So yeah, I'm really impressed with Lens Neurofeedback with EMDR together. I will do another video once I'm sort of done with things on exactly everything that I've been utilizing for trauma healing, because obviously it's not just one thing that helps you recover. There's a lot of things that can help you recover, and I'd like to share what my combination of things, and I'm someone who has tried like everything. I try everything. Like, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care where I have to go to get it. Like, I will try anything to get better. So I really want to share that with you in hopes that it will help you try to find a balance of things that really helps you get past your trauma. But I feel like the lens neurofeedback and the EMDR, those are like the big guns that are going to help you with that foundation, repattern, rewire your brain, get your brainwave patterns moving properly. And I had a lot of suppression, which means not a lot of brainwave activity in areas, and that's improved a lot from seeing my chart and seeing the progress since I started the therapy. And what I was doing before was focusing a lot on spiritual practices to help me get past the trauma. But really, spiritual practices were not, I don't know that any of them were ever really meant for trauma and like people who have gone through prolonged trauma. I think it serves a place, as in it is really great for healing, like meditation and yoga and breath work and all the other things. It has its place, and they're great supportive measures that really help the process along. But if I had relied on those things alone, there's no way I would have made this kind of progress. And really the issue was my brain health. And when you think of it from perspective of brain health, then you don't personalize with it so much. You're like, okay, I have a brain health issue and I would like to improve the health of my brain. And so I don't know of anything else that could, in such a short amount of time, help rewire your brain and get you emotionally regulated. So I hope you have found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask about the therapy or the process, but I'll definitely make more videos. I just, with starting a new company with my boss and with my treatments, the last couple, I just needed a lot more rest and needed to be offline quite a bit more. So, but I will still come back and regularly post and also create different series on different subjects to support your healing. So if you have any questions, any comments, please let me know, and I'll be back soon.